Okay, guys, so let's continue here. Let's do example number 2. It says evaluate the trig functions to find each value. Okay, so some of you had problems yesterday on how to find the information for problems like this. So what I'm going to do first is I am going again to find the reference angle. So this belongs to the family of pi 3 because the reference angle is pi over 3 as we know. The location of this point, it tells you the sign, whether you're going to have a negative or a positive. So whether the x is going to be positive or negative. I am looking for cosine, so I am looking for the x part of that point. 2 pi over 3, let's look on this little chart on the side, is located in quadrant number 2. So for that reason, I'm going to write the point bigger on the top, is negative. This is the point at 2 pi over 3. But because I am looking for cosine, I am only going to get the x part of the problem. So the answer for this problem is going to be negative 1 over 2 because it's in quadrant number 2. Let's say that I change the question a little bit. And instead of asking you for cosine, I'm going to ask you for secant of the same value. So I come back to the same unit circle. I take the point and I do exactly this. Once I get to the point here, I know that secant is going to be the reciprocal of that. And what that means is that you take this fraction and you flip it over. So my final answer will be negative 2. Let's try one more. I have tangent of a negative angle. So as we remember, negative angles mean that you're going to be moving backwards on the circle. So we're always going to start here at 0 degrees. If you're moving up, it's going to be positive angles. And if we're moving the opposite way, it's going to be negative angles. So pi 3, positive pi 3, positive pi 3 is in quadrant number 1 because we moved up. But because we're moving down, we're going the opposite way, it goes here. So pretty much it flips over. So what I'm going to do is look at the unit circle and see in quadrant number 4, the family of the pi 3. So I'm moving down, I'm looking for pi 3. Oh, pi 3 is this family. So the point is going to be positive 1x, comma negative y. I also know that tangent is y over x. I know that because it's a unit circle, all of the denominators are the same. So I ignore the denominator. It says y, which is negative, over x. If I'm asking you to find cotangent of this angle, first we do this, and then to find cotangent, I carry the sign with me, and I find the reciprocal of that. If it is improper, like in this case, we don't like square roots on the bottom, we finish it up by rationalizing the fraction. And so this answer will be cotangent of the angle given. Okay. All right. Now I notice that I have a very big angle here. It says 19 pi over 4. Looking over at my circle here, I notice that my chart only shows me one circle, which is 2 pi. But because the number is bigger than one time, what that means is that I'm going to go multiple times around the circle until I find the location for 19 pi over 4. So there's two ways that you can do this. The first one, I know that pi 4 is 45 degrees. So that is my reference angle. But because I have a 19 on the front, what that means is that I'm going to take 45 degrees and I'm multiplying times 19 to give me the angle in degrees, which a lot of you like to do so. So that means that it's 855 degrees. That's a very big angle. So I go around one time around the circle, and that is 360 degrees, because we know that one circle is 360. But because it's 855, I'm going to go around the circle 2 times. If I go around the circle 2 times, this angle here is 720. But I have to keep moving more because I haven't get there yet. So I'm going to keep adding 90 degrees to find the next location. So the angle up here is 810. And if I add 90 degrees to that, it's going to be 900 here. So 855 is going to be in quadrant number 2 because it's going to be in between these numbers. Okay. We know that it's in the family of the pi 4. So in quadrant number 2, I'm going to find the family of pi 4, which is this point here. And I'm going to write this point down. Sine is the white part of this problem, and that's how you find this. If I'm asking you to find this one of the same angle, we will find first this answer, and once we get there, we find the reciprocal. Because this answer is improper, we're going to rationalize it and simplify. Okay. The second way that you can find this as well is if you remember if it is any patterns for the pi 4 on the unit circle. This is a little bit more complicated. So when I look at the unit circle, I'm looking at the family of the pi 4. So I have pi 4, that's pi 4. This is 3 pi 4, 5 pi 4, 7 pi 4. So I notice that there is a pattern that is going odd numbers. So this is 1, 3, 5, 7. The next one will be 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19. And this trick only works for the pi 4 family.